So who actually took this boat over? Was it Spruance or Halsey who was the admiral on this ship that made it their flagship?
Neither.
Okay.
Neither one of them were the admiral on this ship. The last, the most famous one who was here would be, sure, I can't remember his name now, Admiral Clark.
Okay.
During World War II. And why don't we move all the way in so everybody can come in? Admiral Clark became famous or infamous, however you want to put it in this story. I was told Admiral Clark was an old school Navy officer and didn't take any guff and basically came on and said, okay, it's my flag, this is my group, I'm going to run it how I see fit. A prime example, the ship went through a typhoon and part of the flight deck was actually crushed down up forward there. If you were to look out when we get out and look forward, that whole forward section was crushed. Took a wave over the bow. There's some pictures of it down below. Well, technically we were still at war at the time. We still had to fly airplanes. And Admiral Clark, being the kind of guy, he says, okay, well, I can't shoot him off the pointy end, so let's steam in reverse and we'll shoot him off the fantail instead. Prop planes, they didn't really need a catapult. And that's what they did. They steamed it in reverse, and you figure you got to get 25 knots of wind across the deck. Yeah. Ship's not built to do that, but he did it anyway. So, and then brought her home, they had her fixed. He's just the kind of guy he was. If you look up there in the Admiral's quarters, up there in the immediate area where you guys are at, all the admirals and all the captains that were on, had this ship, their pictures are up there, little history. Admiral Clark, he's the most famous. If you believe in that kind of thing, they believe that his ghost is also on the ship. I won't get into that. That's my brother's gig. So anyway, so this is the pilot house. Most of your modern ships don't have these. You don't have a wheel. We're back in the we're in the joystick age, right? So they have. Whenever you go on a cruise ship, if you get a chance to go up to the bridge, you have the joystick or a trackball. These guys on either side of us, they're older, built 60s, 70s. They still have ship's wheels. Newer ships, not so much. For a traditionalist, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but modern age. But this is rigged all the way down below and rigged down to the rudders of the ship from here. So if you look out and see how high you are, and figure the gearing for the rudders is 800 feet that way and about 90 feet down, that's a lot of gearing.
Didn't they have a secondary pilot or con that was down inside the ship, so if they were under attack?
This is a secondary con, or a picture of a secondary con. Secondary con is on this ship is up forward, right below the flight deck.
Okay.
If you look out the forward portholes here and look out on the flight deck, you see the numbers. That's where secondary con is. You never kept the commanding officer and the executive officer in the same place during combat. Just like they don't keep the president and the vice president in the same place. Same deal. So the XO would be in secondary con. And the skipper, the captain, would be up here, running the ship. Basically the same control, same configuration, not quite as many bells and whistles, but if the bridge takes a hit, they can run the ship from here. So, ship's telegraph, that's what this is. You've all seen that, ding ding, right? You've seen it in the movies, ding ding, full ahead, full stern, right? They call it a ship's telegraph. This is wired and rigged down to the engine room. There's a picture right there. Basically, it's a mirror image, okay? So you would send the orders down, full ahead, full stern, so on and so forth. They would come up on the display down the engine room. The crew down there doing their thing, making the ship go. Nowadays, modern shipping, you don't have this either. You would have like who's got a boat? Anybody got a boat? Been in a boat, like speedboat, ski boat, right? Got a little throttle, right? This huge ship next to it is Cape Henry. Her bridge is up top there, up forward. They have, it's like a ski boat. That's what he's got for a throttle for that big, huge monster ship over there. It weighs just by a few tons. That's all he's got. And this is what we had. So, modern bridge, it's all digital and electronic. New carrier, Nimitz class carrier, JR4 class, which is the carrier that's being built now. So, someday we'll have steam. It's for the ship's whistles. Get a chance to go on the flight deck and look up in the overhead. Ship's whistle is about as big as you are. And it's a big whistle. It's a horn. The phone shows whistle, right? So they're up top. There's two on you. And they're very loud. Questions? No?
How's the RPM indicator hooked up?
It's geared, actually. And this is the set RPM. And this will be telegraphed down to the engine room.
Okay.
So the skipper will decide what the revolutions were going to be. And you have a 17-year-old kid standing right here, like you have here. Remember the sleepy guy I was talking about? There he is right there. My sister used to work for him, so I get to pick on him. He's pretty cool. But 17, 18 years old, he's right here. He's taking orders from the captain. Rudder this way, rudder that way, so on and so forth. Let's go out there.
Up this way?
Yeah. Is that hatch open?